Hello everyone, Hawky here, back with another Sword of Convallaria video. The new Expedition Lighthouse here is confirmed, 15th of September, Caris, Beryl, Hasna, Homa. I went through this in my previous video, so yeah, we'll just skip over this. But the new Liberation skills, so new Ascension skills for these units. We got Beryl, Acambe, Homa, Hasna, Caris, and Magnus. So let's have a look at these skills. They need to do 9-5 the Fool's Journey, and it's going to use new Ascension mats. So there's going to be a new Road of Determination, where you have to farm new mats for these skills. And this is going to be the second unique Ascension skill for Beryl and Hasna. So let's have a look here. I can't stop. Increases damage. Trait effects trigger additional time. Ooh, trait. So Beryl gets like another random level 2 buff. Maybe one energy recover as well. Okay. Random search becomes the coordinator response skill. Careful search, which allows you to attain the improved super crystal skill in a fixed order and trigger it immediately. When you actively and instantly use search carefully, it will trigger coordinated response of all other friendly forces around you. Oh, that's interesting. So they'll buff this casual search skill and then they put everything in order, right? So it will no longer be random. So I'm thinking it might be like Convallaria's skill, Will of Victory, where it switches from one skill to another sort of thing. And the coordinated command and response is this rally command, rally response with the SP Meta synergy teams, where they basically respond after Meta does the rally command skills. And yeah, this does mean that Beryl can start ordering people around, right? Trigger the coordinator response and activate the skill as well. That's pretty cool. Okay. Acambe, the Horn of Dawn. When you have 10 layers of liberation, the liberation was the skills from the Element faction, where they get stacks of liberation to make their skills evolve. Shadow Assassin attack increases. When Shadow Assassin is attacked by an AoE attack or defeated. Okay. That does happen pretty often, right? Acambe gains liberation and recovers energy. Oh, this is like inbuilt skeleton stuff, right? And Killing Blade will cause a small amount of area attack to friendly summons. Friendly summons what? So do they share damage or what? Why is it friendly summons? When the action starts, if Shadow Assassin is on cooldown, consume 10 stacks of liberation to reduce the cooldown. They could spam more. Like Killing Blade, I assume, is his like the Shadow Assassin's Vorpal Blade. Why does it damage his summons though? I don't really get this, but getting energy and reducing cooldown is, I think that's pretty solid. Homa, the Clear Sky at the Grand Bazaar, improves healing effects, increases the damage multiplier of Beryl in trait, and gains liberation after attacking. Oh, so this is interesting because Beryl is usually what, 40% of Homa's physical attack? Maybe I should start shard farming her again and push her to 5-star. So this would actually be increased from 40% and gains liberation after attacking. Ashlam Carnival becomes Liberation of Shackle skill. Consuming 10 stacks of liberation will additionally apply physical defense reduction and blindness to the enemy and significantly reduce the skill's cooldown. Oh, okay. So the Beryl, so I assume Beryl was stacked with the hovering support, so that would give her the liberation stacks, and then she'll stack up the stacks for Hustle and Carnival. And this one will do the physical defense. Would it be 3 down? And then, yeah, blindness and everything as well. The AoE physical defense 3 down. And significantly reduces skill cooldown. Yeah, it's a 4-turn cooldown. And yeah, I feel like Homa might need to get 5-star to, really get the energy and everything. So Homa's relevant. She's back for the single target. Hasna. Gain liberation after actively attacking. When attacking an enemy with hidden fragrance, the crit rate and crit damage are increased. Okay. And bone piercing becomes release the shackle skills, becomes a liberation skill, yeah? Consuming 10 layers of liberation to increase magic attack, restore energy, and gain act again. Damn, that's insane. Like, so much better than this one, right? So, I'm not sure how much liberation she gets, but yeah, she can... After she gets the 10 stacks, she can act again. Or if you have units that give liberation, like if you're running her with Lukama, who gives everyone like liberation after she dances, then Hasna can just do her ultimate twice. Because that would just be this penetrating skill, right? Her big ultimate twice. And I assume we're restoring energy, so we have enough to like spam that twice. So definitely have to see the exact numbers, but I think that's really, really good for Hasna there. And then Caris, the return of light, the return of the radiance. So when releasing the Light Oracle series of skills to attack, magic attack is increased, and skill cooldown time is reset after the attack. Oh, what? That was one of the main issues with Caris. Like, I feel like one of Caris's best skills is Total Punishment. And the main issue is this is, a 2-turn cooldown. So having the cooldown reset, you could do this twice in a row. Total Punishment, that's good. While possessing Magic Shield, the damage multiplier of Light of Evil is increased. Okay, so if we're playing her with the... did I even have her shield? Yeah, the Broad Radiance. So she shields up. And Light of Evil will be the big ultimate, right? Purge of Sin. So that big ultimate skill multiplier is increased. So it goes from what? If we have the Light Oracles triggered, 130, and then hitting large 100. Wow, okay, that's going to be pretty cool. After using a non-instant support skill, so you can act again and inherit their remaining movement power. Non-instant support skill, so that would just be her shield, yeah? So she can spam her shield, Broad Radiance, right? Because this is non-instant, 4-turn cooldown. They spam the shield, and then you could spam Total Punishment or go through with Purge of Sin. So she could combo skills around. Like Light of Sanctuary is an instant. I think it's mainly her shield, right? There's no other... Yeah, that was the aura. That's... Yeah, it's just mainly meant for her shield, yeah? Wherever that is again, yeah. Mainly for her shield. So she shields and then can spam and do Purge of Sin. Okay. And last one, Magnus. Military Soul Steel. Increases physical defense. When Victory Cry is triggered, increases the physical defense of allies around it and applies isolation to the enemy. The increasing defense is pretty solid for Magnus because he does get that physical defense conversion to physical attack. And then we're talking about our Cry of Victory, right? Cry of Victory increases physical defense of allies and applies isolation. The isolation is what? But his Mountain Breaker already triggers isolation, right? I mean, physical defense to everyone's pretty cool. Increases damage and damage reduction when engaging isolated targets. Grants life drain. Has life steal. and increases the damage multiplier of Mountain Collapse, which is the Mountain Breaker. Oh, so it becomes a bit more self-sustainable. The enemy's defeated. This triggers and it'll isolate like everyone around it to the enemy. Is it going to be like AoE isolation then? Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense, right? Because you'll just hit Mountain Breaker, and Mountain Breaker will automatically trigger the cry of victory. Yeah, I don't know too much of how this is going to work, but yeah, the nicest life drain, physical defense. I don't really see that coming in too handy, but I think it does give Magnus a bit of a boost. I think Caris is definitely a big one. The Magic Shield, Light of Evil, and then the cooldown reset. Yeah. Combo up. Hasna. Yeah, the double ultimate. But you do need the 10 liberation stacks. So it's more of a big burst one if you can, like, I don't know how much liberation you'll gain after actively attacking. Maybe it's only like 2s or like 3. So it's going to be a while to stack that up unless you got support like Lukama giving you the liberation stacks. So that's pretty solid. And then Homa getting the liberation after attacking, and then Beryl just doing more damage. Physical defense 3. Blindness on Hush Alarm. You can spam Hush Alarm even more. Acambe is a really interesting one. You know, the energy and... yeah, I think that's the main thing. And reducing the cooldown of Shadow Assassin. Does it mean you can spam more Shadow Assassins? No, yeah, hard limit, right? But then he doesn't have to worry about when his Shadow Assassins are defeated, the cooldown of this increases, right? So, yeah, you can technically spam more because even if they die, you can still summon. So I think that is the main key for Acambe. And then Beryl, that fixed order of her casual search skills, and then trigger the coordinated response. So definitely a really nice addition to the SP Mytha sort of team. But I don't know. I feel like it still needs a strong carry. But anyway, really, really exciting. What does CN have to say about this? What are their comments? Like, oh yeah, SP Fakel, can you save a spot for me in the SP Mytha team? I'm a new unit from July. I'll continue studying the military academy. Please comment on Beryl's new liberation, a new Ascension. It seems that she can replace Nono Will in the in the team. Nono was gone. Perspective of strength. Best combination of the team is SP Mytha, OG Nana, SP Nungle, SP Samantha, Credenza, and Camelot. What? You have to replace SP Nungle with Cavaro. Or pray with SP Mytha to Pierce. Okay. Bring the August notes, give Inanna speed, and Inanna will give SP Mytha the act again. I don't know. Beryl, I still don't have one. My skill still don't have a Beryl, even though he got the skin. Yeah, Magnus is not good enough. Only adds some physical defense to his teammates and strengthens himself a little. He's still a warehouse manager. Depends on the multiplier. No mechanic improvement or changes the fuel gameplay. Just a 3 square hit. Yeah. That badges upgrade Beryl. RIP. This is a bit of strengthening instead of strengthening just to make up the numbers like before. Yeah. Hasna has 2 Ascensions. Yeah, Magnus. Yeah, GG. But I guess this means that you have to be careful when choosing the Ascension skills because the current ones we have, they might get a second one. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Wait, where did where did Beryl go? Did they not Oh, they they got too many Ascensions, so they ran out of pages. But yeah, I just feel like, yeah, for those who got Rumble, it's a bit of a rip because you can only equip one unique Ascension skill. Well, one Ascension skill in general, right? And I think the next wave will come in, 2 months? Like every 2 months or so? So we just got the Delicious in Dungeon, and then this in 2 months. And then, what was this one and this one in, one batch or something? I forgot, but I think that's what happened. But yeah, new Ascension skills are really cool. Want to see the actual numbers, but these effects, I think, yeah, they're definitely worth waiting for. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.